Welcome to this course titled Introduction to Biomedical Imaging Systems. Myself Arun Kumar Thittai. This will be typically tailored towards all engineering students, irrespective of your specialization, be it electrical, mechanical, civil, materials, chemical, irrespective of any engineering background. Of course, this will be one of the core courses for a typical undergraduate student in biomedical engineering program. For rest of them, this can be taken in your later semesters as an elective. But this is one of those core courses in the field of biomedical engineering when you start your post-graduation. So anyone with this background can come and enjoy this course. So before we jump into imaging, let's just talk about biomedical engineering itself. How does this course kind of position itself into this broad interdisciplinary area of biomedical engineering? So as you know, biomedical engineering, we deal with anything and everything that has to be having a focus on either the anatomy or physiology. So it's the anatomy and physiology that we are interested. We want to get as much information as possible. Of course, because it is biomedical engineering, we want to use the engineering tools irrespective of the specialization. The engineering tools to understand about the anatomy and physiology, not just understand, but perhaps help to maintain a healthy anatomy and physiology. Okay, so given that, this is kind of overarching, and therefore depending on, in engineering we have already have specializations, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, and so given that that is an existing ecosystem, if you are biomedical engineering, if you have to get anatomy and physiology, use the engineering tools, you may find yourself, typically these are the 5 broad areas that kind of, if I have to cluster, right? As you will notice, you look at this, there are a lot of devices, right? There are devices, not just devices. You can see devices that are very heavy from mechanical engineering perspective, right? The beds, design of the instruments, your syringe, pumps, right? Those are typically from your mechanical background. But you also notice there are a lot of electronic devices, sensors, instrumentation. So that is kind of typically people from electrical and mechanical, depending on the instrument, they can do. The other is your biomechanics, right? The very classic subject where you have to deal with the mechanics, right? One of early kind of critical area that has been contributed, typically from mechanical engineering background. Essentially, you have to deal with force and motion, and so typically it's mechanical engineering background. People have contributed heavily towards it. But what you see in the right side, right? Implants. So here again, there's a small nuance when we say biomaterials. Yes, you talk about stents that you see or a pacemaker. These are devices you can think about that are actually helping in some way the physiology or the anatomy, and therefore these are from outside it is going in. So a lot of materials aspects to deal with. Last but not the least, here what you see is a ECG. Electrocardiogram. This is one of those kind of biosignals, right? You can get signals from head, you can get signals from heart. What you see, this is a typical area where most of electrical engineering schools, people working on biosignal processing, and of course there is bioimage processing, biomedical image processing. That is again people with the electrical engineering background typically, or computer science background typically work heavily. So that is, but what we are going to deal with in this course is entirely a different standalone topic, which is medical imaging. This itself, right? This is, you can see this is a interdisciplinary area, the biomedical engineering, but within biomedical, medical imaging is still multidisciplinary. So we will focus on imaging systems in this course. So when we take about imaging system, immediately you will be recalling, right? Oh yeah, my dad went for a angio yesterday. My brother went for an abdominal scan, right? Oh, they asked me, with the COVID season going on, people say I had a lung CT. So you kind of use all these medical imaging modalities, so you are aware of it. But really speaking, there is a very nice, even though you are using it ad hoc in the context, there is a very nice fundamental organization of this whole topic. So for example, you can look at it from organ, right? When somebody said I went for abdomen scan or a lung, right? You're talking about a clinical application. So example here for brain imaging. When you say brain imaging, this is a clinical area. They want to look at the brain image, say whether it is normal, abnormal. But then when you get into the clinical application, you have different modalities: X-ray, MRI, CT, you have computed tomography, right? PET scan, MR angiography. So different modalities. So you can organize it like that from a clinical perspective, application perspective, but we are not interested in that part, right? So you can deal with it in different ways. What we are interested, also you kind of would have heard, I went for a CT or an MRI, right? You have complex systems. So these are a typical CT or a MRI scanner that you would have seen perhaps. And so there's a lot of instrumentation. This instrumentation is not typically covered in your regular biomedical instrumentation course, where you have some signals, sensors, instrumentation amplifier perhaps. But this is a dedicated, system in itself, where when I say multidisciplinary, you have to understand the various other components that we will kind of quickly run through. Of course, there could be others like ultrasound, where you don't have to go to a scan center, maybe by the bedside. So there is different ways you can look at it. The area itself is very well organized, even though it is kind of used in the context either by the clinicians or by the scan centers or by the patients. As engineers, we'll have to have this clarification clear in our mind, right? So what we will do is we will look at it from kind of this, our approach. How do we want to give an introduction to the subject? We will cover this. We like engineers, right? We like block diagrams. So we did, right? You can look at this now. I have not used any modality here, if you see. It's just block that we are familiar with. Oh, physics, right? Then instrumentation, signal processing or image formation. And then you have image processing, visualization, analysis. So what we are interested is in the physics, instrumentation, signal processing. That is what we will focus as imaging. Image processing, visualization, like I said, signal and image processing. That could be a different area, or image analysis, where you could go for a clinical perspective. But our focus will be on physics, instrumentation and image formation. Therefore, we will cover the subject, different modalities with the same template. What would be the template? Oh, we will go for each modality, the physics of it, the instrumentation of it, the signal processing. When I say signal processing, how do you get the raw data and then do the image formation, right? Image reconstruction, if you have heard those terms. So this will be the core approach that we will take. This is the style which we will cover each of the different modalities of interest. So in a nutshell, we will adopt this understanding from a signals and systems point of view, not clinical, not end user, not application based, but from a more systems perspective, and therefore the course title is appropriately named. So this is what you are planning at. It's typically 12 to 14 weeks without any rush. But the advantage here is, after you do the first 2 weeks, like get the introduction to it, each of the different modalities are organized in the theme that we discussed, and therefore you could actually pick and choose the modality. You don't have to go in this listed order, right? So if you think you want to offer this as a 6 weeks course in your institute, you could just do the first 2 weeks and then pick the modality that you have facilities and offer it. So it is designed that each of the modules are a standalone. And there are several classic books in this, but for the way we want to cover it, the one that is from Links and Prints that I have underlined, that is a book that we will kind of closely follow for this purpose. However, material from other places are very much useful and helpful, and whenever it is borrowed, you will find it referenced as well. So given that this is the way we are going to do it, what is the objective? What is the learning objective at the end of the course? What do you think you should gain, right? That's the biggest question. First is explain the basic principles of the different modalities that we will be covering. When I say explain, what is the level at which you're going to explain? The expectation is this, right? So if you see the image, oh, this is X-ray, this is MRI or CT or ultrasound, that is good, right? But the key is this explain. What do you mean by explain? I would be happy if you set yourself this target that after taking this course, You look at the image and say, oh, I know this is a gray pixel. I know when I close my eyes, I can actually see how this pixel value of gray came here. What is the instrumentation, right? What is the units of it? What is the physical meaning of the anatomy or physiology that is actually captured, gets converted using one of these modalities, and we see this green pixel. What is the meaning of the, the color? What is the meaning of the value? What is the units? I think for each modality, if you are able to explain the principle of how you got there, I think that is the key. If you are able to understand that, the next objective in some sense, so first one is bare bones, you have to know that. Second one is analyze. When you say analyze, if there is an image, there is a problem, the doctor will say, okay, look, this is abnormal or normal, I have to diagnose. Is there a problem with the system? So you should be able to analyze the image, not imaging system. That means look at it and say, look, this is probably an artifact from the system, right? Or there is a sensor that is broken, maybe an artifact from image reconstruction, or maybe the computer, we had a new patch and therefore the precision changed and therefore this is an artifact from that. So you should be able to analyze from the end user's complaint as to what could be the possible place you want to focus. Last but not the least, strength and weakness of each modality. When I say strength and weakness, it is from the technical perspective. Do we want, typically your job will require, oh, we need to purchase the latest CT scanner or MRI or whatever. You are the engineer on board, you have to tell, look, you are paying, this is overpriced because you actually don't need this. Just by doing some updates, I could make the current system get you that output. This is cosmetic, right? So unless you are very familiar with the strength and weakness of each modality, you won't know where you are gaining, and therefore it's important you are be able to list out the technical strength and weakness of each modality. So I think with this introduction, you should be able to set yourself your own expectations, and I hope you take the plunge, get into this course, and think about how you can really make contribution to this fantastic interdisciplinary area of biomedical engineering. Thank you.